talking just a second ago about the Aqua Intense Hyaluron Cream. This is the Aqua Intense Hyaluron Serum. So same idea, different formulation, but also we know that that serums, a lot of women and men love serums because of the lightness of them. No, serums are very concentrated. They're always the most concentrated form or formulation of a product. But what's great about a serum too is that it's not heavy, it's not an uncomfortable wear, it's easy to put on and goes into your skin just like that. Not a lot of rubbing, not a lot of extras, but it gives you that hydration and that moisture that we were just talking about. So what a lot of people do, and you can see the befores and afters, again, her skin just looks hydrated. It looks fresher. It just looks better. And yes, you can still use your, you know, maybe your eye creams and your neck creams and creams that you focus on certain areas. But the number one, when it comes to aging looking skin, it's dryness that is helping it along. Because aging looking skin doesn't even have to be old skin. It could be older, but even if it's 30 something, 40 something, 50 something, if it's dry looking, it might look older than it should. So we're talking wrinkles, we're talking sagging, we're talking dry skin. You need moisture. We all need moisture. We all need that hydration. And this is what we're talking about here with the Aqua Intense Hyaluron Serum. So it temporarily plumps up the appearance of your skin, reduces the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles, infuses your skin with intense moisture. You've got your hyaluronic acid complex. It's fragrance-free, just like the cream, but now this is the serum. And I will tell you, this serum is great. And do you see how big this is? Serums are not normally this size. Serums are normally, if you're lucky, an ounce. A lot of times serums are half an ounce. This one is over 3 ounces. You can see some of the reviews. I'm over the age of 65 and people have commented how much younger I look. And you know what? All of those befores and afters, they all had that same kind of look and that same kind of result. And it started with hydrated skin. And that's with anything. When you think of anything that is hydrated, it looks better. It's plumper. We always use the example of, think about a grape and a raisin. They are the same exact things, but the grape doesn't, I'm sorry, but the raisin doesn't have any hydration in it. It's lost its hydration. And what happens? It's wrinkled, it's shriveled up, it's dry looking. When it's plumped up like the grape, it's younger, it's juicier, it's fresher looking. And that's what we want our skin to look like. So you add the hydration and everything else seems to fall in place. So this is that Aqua Intense Complex. It's a patented technology created by Asam. It helps to moisturize your skin, helps your skin to retain moisture. So it's not just enough to moisturize, but you've got to hold it in. And that is what makes this different from just your basic skincare. Because you can put on a moisturizer and then you'll notice throughout the day, and a lot of times it doesn't take very long for your skin to start to feel dry again. Because moisture kind of sits on top, hydration is what really gets into the skin. And that is what gives it that more supple, that softer, more elastic look to the skin. And that's what we want. We do have this on auto ship because once you start using it, you're not going to want to be without it. And I want to show you again because this is a serum and it doesn't look like your traditional serum. This is more of a creamy serum. Most serums are clear. They look kind of watery. This one, even though it's very intensely hydrated, it is a creamier look, but look, it goes straight into your skin, not a lot of rubbing, and that's very important as well for around this time of season, for the summertime when it's really hot outside. Maybe you don't want to wear skincare or anything really that's going to be heavy on your skin. A serum is a really great way to go. You could do serum in the day, cream at night, vice versa. You could do these together. It's totally up to you. We will have a full presentation of this coming up at 8 a.m. But if you want to go ahead and get yours now, the big size, you can do it at a weekend special price of $39.95, not $50.